Hey guys, now that I've got the time, I'd like to talk about the actual results of the Fluffycon 2011 tournament. Here you can see a photo of basically us getting into swing and having a good time. As it turned out, there were a number of prizes given out for sportsmanship, painting, and obviously overall results, among other things. A few of the guys there got awards for having the fluffiest army. There was the Orc player that I played against in round 2. There were a couple of Ogre players that got... there were a couple of Orc players and one Ogre player that picked up prizes for softest army. The Ogre player basically just had nothing but bulls and one butcher, and that was his entire list. The Orc players, well, one of them I played in round 2, so you can see his army, and the other guy had, very little, if anything, of that. The winners, number 1 was actually my buddy Ryan, who is a big rival of mine. I didn't actually get to play in this tournament. Things may have been different if I did, who knows. But, full respect to him for actually doing very well. One of the things that he is very successful at is writing lists and actually planning for the right list and the right army for a tournament, which is something he's always done well. So kudos to him for actually winning. You guys have seen me against him in many other sort of tournament games. For example, if you go back and look at Fluffycon 2010 last year, I played him in round 4. In Tin Soldier, the most recent Tin Soldier, I think it was TS3, I played him in round 6. You can see me against him in numerous other games. Number 2, the guy that came second was actually the Orc and Goblin player I played third in this tournament. It was Henry. Even after the beating that he took from me, he managed to come back and with a good comp score actually take out number 2. So it's great to see a new face. That's the first time he's actually scored a podium result. So really happy to see him succeed like that. And third place was Simon, the Chaos player that I played in round 5, who beat me narrowly. And with a tough list, good player, doing things right. Not surprising to see him up there as well. There was a prize awarded for the person who, took out the most battle points without receiving a podium result. For example, if you win so many games that the points you end up on is high enough to be in the top 3, but then your overall score is lowered because of other factors like your army composition score and painting or sportsmanship or whatever, you're given a prize for that. That prize was awarded to me. I placed 6th overall in the tournament, but if it was just on battle points alone, I would have been 3rd. So he picked up a little prize. It was a nice little voucher, so it was quite cool to get that. And the painting prize went to the guy with the Bretonnian, sorry, not the Bretonnian army, the Beastmen army, who I showed some pictures of in my interlude report. And the High Elf army that you guys saw as well came 2nd, so that was quite cool. And in fact, Simon's Chaos army came 3rd, thanks to really good freehand. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. But yeah, that's essentially it. Going to the next photo here, you can see something else in the hall, demo games for Infinity. Some of you guys might have heard of or even played that game, and there's a group of people at the club that have looked into it. Next photo after that, you can see the 40k division having a pretty good time. One thing I was impressed with by the 40k scene here is that some of the gaming tables actually look quite cool. Some of them, some people brought in their own sort of setups, and there was some quite interesting bits and pieces there. The 40k tournament in New Zealand is always won by the same guy. His name's Charlie. He plays Orcs, and he's a great player, and he's got the army just right, and he just seems to smash everybody every time. Next image shows you a bit of a close-up on this particular table. We've got some Tyranids here. There were quite a few really nicely painted Tyranid armies at the event, so once I get into doing a few 40k reports, I'll hopefully be able to show that off a bit more. Next image, the War Machine and Horde scene. Some of the guys I know very well that play here, they had a pretty good time. They actually finished much later than we did because after their main rounds had taken place, there was a Masters sort of playoff for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, which seemed pretty epic. And next photo, there was a lot of, typically at Battlecry at this event, there's a lot of Ancients, Napoleonics, all those other sort of different scale wargaming events, and quite well attended. Flames of War as well. Some of the fantasy players that attend sometimes switch over to Flames of War for certain events, and that was quite cool. And yeah, lots of board games for sale. As you guys can see, the StarCraft board game, among other things. And for board gamers, quite a lot of the nerds that show up to this, or the geeks, we should say, that show up to these sorts of events, really are all over these sorts of board games. So no wonder they the sort of the stockists and so forth are shown up. And yeah, one more photo of just a really brightly lit foyer. It was actually a really good event, really good venue. You know, I've been to this event 3 times in a row, and I've always found the venue to be wonderful with the stadium and so forth. Plenty of space. You never feel claustrophobic, and you know, shops nearby, good facilities. Hope you guys enjoyed this. That's it for Warhammer for a little while. I'll be working on my Chaos Space Marines army and other projects too. But of course, there'll be Fluffycon 2011 next year, which hopefully I'll be maybe attending. We'll see. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed.